Welcome back to the John Mendola Show on WILK, driven by McCarthy Tire Service, locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Well, we shuffled out the Dunmore Bucks football team. Now let's bring in the Lakeland boys soccer team. Tom Kane is the head coach, and Tom, welcome into the show today, and thanks for bringing the boys.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, John, for having us.
Well, nice start for you guys this year. Let's talk about your competition so far in the Lackawanna League, and you guys are piling up a couple of wins here early.
Yeah, our divisions turned out to be as promising as it, was looking early on in the season. We've had a couple good wins through a tournament preseason. We took a Keystone College tournament and then also the Cotulla tournament at the beginning of the season. So we definitely rolled a lot of that momentum into the early part of the season. And then we came on and, got to play some really good teams in prep, Montrose, Mountain View, really pushing our limits. And, definitely made very early competitive season. So, but definitely looking forward to the second half.
When you talk about replacing talent from last year, what was the graduation like? What kind of players do you have as far as, age-wise this year? You still have some youth there?
Well, absolutely. So the good thing is last year we only graduated one starting senior, and then we had one other starter who transferred down to a school in Georgia. So the bulk of our starting lineup was returned, which is definitely a saving grace for us. And then, same thing with this year. We only, graduate two seniors that start. So definitely looking forward to even next year where, a good bulk of our team is going to be back. A lot of juniors that are very, very skilled and talented.
And, of course, we have a handful of guys that we're going to get to this morning, and Ethan Cortez is one of them. And, Coach, tell us a little bit about Ethan.
So Ethan just has been phenomenal as a forward since he came out to us. I saw a lot of talent in him as he was in the junior high program. And even to the point when I told the junior high coaches at that point to play him only at forward because that's going to be his spot when he got to varsity. And he's just really melded into our program. And, his freshman year set the school record for goals scored in a season and, on the brink of breaking the school's career records. So, Ethan just does – he's got a great knack for finding the net and just being in the right place at the right time a lot.
Being around the ball.
Absolutely.
That's what you like to hear. Let's welcome in Ethan Cortez here on the John Mendola Show from the Lakeland boys soccer team. And, Ethan, welcome in.
Hello.
Well, you're a junior. And you're a striker, and you know how to put that ball in. Talk about, you think that's just something natural that came up on you, and you're like, I kind of like doing this.
Well, yeah, I guess. Since ever I was playing in rec, I would always score like 25-goal seasons, and it was just, I loved the sport, and scoring was just fun, so then it became my position, my job.
And as far as working on it all the time, talk about you do it just to practice, you try to get some extra time in yourself.
Yeah, I could credit my father, Victor, for that. Me and him are out there almost every single day, just grinding away.
And as far as some other players around you there on the team, setting you up, I'm sure, is a big part of it. Talk about some of those guys around you.
Oh, yeah. It's a major team sport, not a one-player team. I got people like Jerry Borowski, Mike Beston, Mason Erdman, a couple other players, Gavin, goalkeeper, getting some assists. So, we have a great support. I have a great supporting cast to help me through the way. So, yeah.
As far as being the third person there in your family, got a brother and a sister, it looks like. Tell us a little bit about what it's like being you. And you're stuck in the middle?
No, I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay. So Carolyn's 18, not 11, huh?
Yeah. Oh, was it? My handwriting's not the best.
Listen, my eyes aren't too good either. You know.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So, but talk a little bit about their path and now your path and what you've learned from them.
Well, they both played soccer, and I think we're just the Cortezes are a very athletic strain of children and family members. So, I learned a lot from them. It's just good. And
of course, Dad's out there working with you as far as classroom stuff, physical science. Let's talk about, your teachers or, the subject matter, what you like about school and that subject.
I just like learning about physical science. It's real good. The teachers are dope, and everything's real nice. As
far as the next step for you, college, is soccer something you're thinking about at the next level?
Yeah, it certainly is.
As far local, far away, does it matter?
Not really.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best the rest of this season, Ethan, and great catching up with you. Keep striking that ball.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Ethan Cortez there from Lakeland. And let's get back to Coach Tom Kane. And Tom, great to hear about Ethan and his ability to seem like he just wants to keep getting better and work with his teammates, and you love hearing that as a coach. Let's talk a little bit about Mason Erdman and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, Mason for the first couple years that he was with us was a defender, but it's not really his passion being in the back. As much as he doesn't want to realize he's great back there. But this year, for our team needs and what we wanted to accomplish in this season, we moved him up to our left midfielder position. And, I haven't regretted it yet. So hopefully I won't at any point throughout the season. He definitely gives us a strong presence in the midfield, some great talent, and, make some great runs to, again, support Ethan, as Ethan said. And he's found the net a few times from his position, including the our lone goal against Scranton Prep to draw with them. So definitely has come up some real big in some key spots. So.
All right, let's welcome in Mason Erdman here on the show. Mason, how much fun you having right now with the Lakeland Chiefs?
Oh, it's killer out there. Excuse me. It's really fun to have a good team around me to play.
And you're a junior just like a couple of these other guys, so growing up with each other playing soccer?
Yeah, we actually went through the youth program, like all of us together playing on the same team, most of us, and we just really click together.
And let's talk about your position, left mid, and Coach mentioned a little bit about that.
Yeah, I play out wide, so I usually take the ball to the corner, put it in for the strikers to put it in the back of the net, or I found the net a few times this season, and I really like assisting the ball a lot. It really makes me just as happy as when I score a goal to see someone else put my ball in the net.
Lacrosse is something else that you're doing, and that's new at Lakeland, so you're doing it there at school?
Yeah, me and my teammate who's next to me right now, Gavin Copa, we play lacrosse, and it was a first-year program. It was a little rough, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of goes through that first-year grind of, like, what's this about? And then the parents start getting used to it, and then eventually it's caught on here in northeastern Pennsylvania over the years. So I'm sure at Lakeland it will continue to grow. As far as what you like about your soccer team, take us through some of those guys. And we just spoke with your teammate there, Ethan, about his ability to score. What are you seeing up front with some of those other guys, or maybe in the midfield a little bit with some of your other teammates?
Well, we have another striker up top, Gary Snipes. He's done a lot of good things. Our starting striker actually got hurt, Jack Flynn. He broke his arm, and Gary had to step up. He's doing well. In the midfield, our center mid duo, Jerry Broski and Mike Besson, they're geniuses out there. They create everything. They score. They could do anything.
That's what you like to hear, guys that are unselfish and willing to do some stuff. And, again, another family guy. You got an older sister and I think a younger sister as well.
Yeah.
So talk about you being sandwiched in the middle and what it's like being you.
Yeah, well, I'm the only boy kid in my family right now currently. I'm stuck in the middle. Cassidy's been doing great things. She's been on your show a few times. She's at Cornell right now, Cornell University, and running track there. And Kyla's, she's 14. She ran cross country. She doesn't do it anymore. But yeah, it's a family. You get through the day.
So a lot of athletes there and doing their thing. As far as the classroom stuff, let's talk about classes that you really enjoy, and you're a very good student as well.
Yeah, I really like AP Gov and like government, and I like politics a lot. I'm a big history guy too. I really enjoy those classes. I like seeing how we could document history. It really is it's mind-boggling to me. And as far as the next step for you, even though it's your junior year, what are some goals that you have going forward? Well, I really want to go to NYU on the pre-law track, but if I were to play soccer in college, I wouldn't go there. I'm not sure what school I would go to, but that's something I would definitely look into. Let's talk about Grandpa and Dad as far as looking up to them and what they offer to you. Oh, yeah. My dad and my grandpa have been there really with me through my whole entire life. My dad takes me out to practices all the time. We work on it extra, all the time. And my grandpa, he comes to every game he can. He's really supportive, and he's a good man. I really look up to him and what he did with his life. Well, it's great to hear that you got some
some pop and grandpop support there, and you're doing a great job in the classroom. Continued success for you, Mason. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
All right, the Lakeland Chiefs boys soccer team here on the John Mendola. Still got a couple of more guys to talk to, including their coach, Tom Kane, here on the show. So we'll continue that conversation as well. Follow us on Twitter, at John Mendola Show. We give you a story each and every day of the week. Again, some great stories in the last couple of days, including the Scranton Knights football team, the Lackawanna College football team as they prepare for tonight's game, and our football picks from last night as well. You can check that out at John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jen Ricky Loophole. Break like a good neighbor. Jen Ricky Loophole is there. We'll be back on WILK. Welcome back to the John Mendola Show on WILK. 10:46 in the morning as we talk some high school sports here, Lakeland boys soccer. We are going to get to Jeff Nahr from King's College coming up shortly. This afternoon, Scranton Prep, Wyoming area. That game will be live on our sister station, Max 102. That is a 1:30 start. I'll have the call this afternoon, so look forward to seeing Prep host the Warriors of Wyoming area as we continue the conversation with the Lakeland Chiefs boys soccer team. Tom Kane is with us. He's the head coach, and we got a couple more guys to talk about. And Tom, the first guy we're going to talk about is Jerry Borowski. Tell us a little bit about his skill set there for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Jerry is a center midfielder for us since last year. Started off his freshman year as an outside mid, and last year just really developed a great sense of control of the game, and has continued to improve on that aspect. Between him and Mike Beston, the two of them can really shut it down in the middle of the field. And, a lot of our offensive attacks really start with those two guys. So they start the offense. They also can, finish off the defensive end and really help in transition. So Jerry's got great skill, a great skill set on the ball, great smarts off the ball. And then also just a cannon for a foot. So when he's not dishing out assists to Ethan and the guys up top, Jerry knows he's got the green light to unleash a shot from 35 yards out. And there's coaches out there that kind of cringe when they see the ball at Jerry's feet, which is a great testament to what he brings to the table. So definitely exciting to see Jerry out on the field. Very physical player.
Awesome. Let's welcome in Jerry Borowski here on the John Mendola Show. And Jerry, let's talk about that skill set of yours and whether it's speed or a little bit of physical play, as Coach mentioned. Talk about what you think you do when you're out there on the field.
Well, I basically just try to control the game, I just use my body well, and then I get the ball up the field, usually to Ethan, and he's good at finishing the ball, so that's how we get our points on the board.
Another big family. You're the youngest in this whole deal there, so talk a little bit about what it's like being you and what you've learned from some of your siblings.
Well, I learned from my brother Josh that, to keep trying in sports and stuff. And then Jesse taught me a lot about school. And Emily, she's just there for me all the time, so.
Well, great to hear you have a nice bond there with them. And, of course, you're a heck of a student, 96 average in the classroom. So let's talk about some of your favorite subjects and why you like them.
Well, I really like Spanish because it gives you the opportunity to learn, a new language and a new culture. And then I like math, too, just because I'm good at it.
Yeah, well, some people aren't, like me. Not necessarily a mathematician. One of the guys came from Dunmore, is loving calculus, and not necessarily me. I like the simple math stuff. Let's get that done. How about college life for you? You're a junior. Talk a little bit about what those next steps are for you.
Well, I'd like to go to soccer to play college, but if I can't do that, I'll probably go for accounting. But I'm just trying to get into college.
All right. Sounds like a good area of study and accounting. As far as some of the rivalry games you guys have, what's it like when you play Scranton Prep?
It's always a battle, back and forth, very physical, high pressure the whole time.
Well, Prep's pretty good, but Lakeland Chiefs are off to a nice start as well. Jerry, we wish you the best going forward here, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Jerry Borowski there from Lakeland. One more fella to talk to, Coach Tom Kane. Tell us a little bit about Gavin Kropa.
So Gavin came out last year, became our starting goalkeeper, basically due to injury. He was in the depth chart, but really answered the call. When he was called upon, just showed that he was out there to, try hard and really give us everything he had, and that's continued on as we've moved forward. This year we came out with, 2 incoming goalkeepers as well. So we were fortunate to have 4 different goalkeepers on our roster. But between Gavin and Justin Burkhart, the 2 of them have split a lot of time, more so just to get experience in with Justin as well. But Gavin has done a phenomenal job. Definitely has kept us in a couple games when we've needed him to. Including some huge key saves against Scranton Prep. So, he's going to continue to do that, I know, as we move forward. He works hard a lot with our goalkeeper coach, Dominique, and, just a lot of great things we can say about Gavin.
All right, let's welcome in Gavin Kropa here on the John Mendola Show. Unique position in goal, and another junior here. So a lot of good juniors here at Lakeland with this class. And Gavin, let's talk a little bit about your role back there and your defense in front of you.
Well, I really owe everything to the defense. They're doing a phenomenal job this year, really keeping shots away from me. But when I am called upon, I feel like I'm able to do the job and keep us in the game,
As far as your skills, talk about what you have to have skill-wise as a goalie.
Well, you got to be fast. Some people, you might think they're not really moving that much, but coming out on the ball, you got to be quick, make good decisions, and, able to jump pretty far, put your body on the line,
A National Honor Society, student council, so you're heavily involved and you're a really good student. Talk about having that going for you and what the folks kind of emphasize on you and making sure you get the studies done.
Well, yeah, of course my parents love me playing sports, but if I have homework to do, I always got to get that done first. And they really push me to do good in school.
Engineering is something that you enjoy?
Yeah, the engineering program at Lakeland is amazing. And I love what we do there. The programs we have up there, like Autodesk Inventor is one of them. It's a nice visual learning that you could do.
And tell us a little bit more about that. Autodesk, tell us what you're doing there.
So you pretty much design whatever the teacher wants. You could do anywhere from buildings to making different objects, stuff like that.
All right, very good. And as far as the next step for you college-wise, is that something you're thinking about, that kind of engineering field maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe Lehigh or something like that.
All right, well, good school and a good student, so you have your opportunities there. You're playing lacrosse as well. Your teammate mentioned it. What'd you like about that? Do you play goal there or the field?
For Lakeland, I play midi, and I've been playing for about 6 years now. And it's just a great sport for me. Really keeps my head in everything, All
right. Well, you stay busy with lacrosse and soccer and continued success, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Gavin Kropa there from the Lakeland Chiefs boys soccer team here on the John Mendola Show. When we come back, we're going to talk with Jeff Nahr from King's College football team playing today in less than, we're just about 2 hours away. So we'll talk with him and see what the take is on today's matchup for the Monarchs. Big win for them last weekend. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Daryl Hubbard. Break like a good neighbor. Daryl Hubbard is there. We'll be back at WILK.